guys, I thought I'd do a quick box opening here. If you notice in some of my videos, I do a lot of my videos at night, particularly during the summer months, but also during the winter months. I'm usually or sometimes busy all day. Probably not as busy as I think I am, and so I rarely get a chance to do a lot of my videos in the bright natural sunlight, which I should do more often. But I don't. So this time I bought a very good and big light, a little bit more expensive than the lights I usually buy. Because these are filters. I'm usually a little bit cheap on the lighting, and that's pretty sad because when you're taking videos or photos, lighting is the single most important thing. It's not the thing you think about, but it is the single most important thing. Well, a lot of people only do their videos in great natural light. If I do some detecting, natural light usually is not a problem with me because I'm usually in the wide open outdoors. When I do get inside, I do want to get some pretty good light, and this time I bought one that's a substantial little panel here. It's not a box opening, by the way. I didn't open it to examine it to make sure I got what I was supposed to get. But these are 576 LEDs. So that's very, very hefty amount of light. And at 50,000 hours of expected use, and since this is not like a light bulb, you're only going to be using it for certain isolated times. So it's not like you're likely to run against that age limit. Of course, that's pretty estimate. It could last longer or possibly shorter period of time. But this is, I was happy to see it because Neewer and the company is Neewer, CN-576, and it does accept batteries. I didn't buy the batteries. I don't see myself using batteries with this because it's going to be always inside. I guess if there's an opportunity for me to take it outside, I might buy them at one period of time. They're probably going to be lithium ion, if it's the same as the smaller version of these. So it will pack some power and some length of time of production. So we will. That's nice. And here we go. Now this fits in like it's one of those. See if I can figure out how this goes in. Like this. It does. It goes straight and great. So this will plug into here. I thought it was going to be just one of those computer-like power supplies where you plug it in and then this would be further off the back. Of course, you could do that to lengthen the amount of cable you use, but that's long, so that should be more than enough length to reach an available plug. So, and it's also going to install on a little pole. And you see why that's important. So it has its own personal little elevation device here. So I should be able to take this. So it's not gonna sit like that. Roll this in. looking pretty good there. That's a good standard size little plug. Now I'm going to have to get this and mount this on my on a tripod. So I'll be working on that for a little while. I just want to give you a good look at this, and let me pause this for a second and plug this in, and you'll see how bright it is as much as you can from the little setup I've got here. In fact, the setup I got here is showing you why I need this, because this is one of those little onboard lights on top of my Canon 70D. So you see it's not quite up to snuff. All right, let me set this up, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I have it plugged in now. Grab this, and this is the light panel, and it should be just a wire away. So let me give you a good view of how this would work. Not perfect, but you see how much better the lighting is. I'll even turn off the little onboard light on top of my camera. And see, now that is real light. So I shouldn't be short on light when I'm doing nighttime videos now. So I think it'd be a pretty handy thing. And that's called the Neewer, Neewer. CN-576. It's a heavy duty, and I'll blind the camera real fast here. Flat panel, 576 LEDs. Also, with this Neewer, you can increase or decrease the light. So this is the maximum output, which I would consider be using more than anything else. But I can just tone it down to any degree I want until it's almost off. Well, it is off virtually. So now you can actually see the individual LEDs. Let me turn it all the way, and you'll be able to see them, because the camera doesn't really give you a good resolution on lights directly like that. I think that's going to work it just right. Now, I really like the way this power supply plugs in. Of course, I could unmount it and then extend this cable and this cable and get, and make it one unit, and it can extend a lot longer. I just wanted to show you this unboxing, and when I get it mounted, you're going to hopefully see some improvement in some of my videos at night, and we'll see how that works in the near future. I will talk to you later, and you have a wonderful day.